It's one of the first criticisms ever leveled against us, that gaming is a pointless hobby with no real-world benefits. They see us staring at a screen and assume our brains are turning to mush. But what they don't see is the incredible potential brewing in the digital world. For years, gamers have been on the front lines of citizen science, tackling some of humanity's most complex problems without even leaving their chairs. Take the online puzzle game Folded, for instance. This isn't just a game, it's a revolutionary tool. Scientists needed to understand how proteins fold, a puzzle so complex that even supercomputers struggle with it. So they gamified the problem and handed it to the online community. Within weeks, gamers had solved protein structures that had stumped researchers for over a decade, leading to breakthroughs in understanding diseases like HIV and Alzheimer's. This is just one example. From players engaging with meticulously researched historical settings in games like Assassin's Creed, sparking a genuine passion for history, to those mastering complex economies in EVE Online, gaming is a gateway to learning, critical thinking, and even scientific discovery. Number 9. This is the big one, the tired old headline that gets dragged out every time society needs a simple scapegoat for a complex problem. The idea that engaging with virtual conflict automatically turns peaceful people into violent criminals is a myth that refuses to die. The reality for the vast majority of players is the exact opposite. Gaming is a powerful tool for catharsis. After a long, stressful day of dealing with work, school, or just life in general, there's immense relief in diving into a world where you can safely channel that frustration. Countless studies have sought to find a definitive link, and the overwhelming consensus is that no such causal relationship exists. Think about it anecdotally. The same gamer who can lead a squad through a virtual war zone and flawlessly execute a digital heist is often the same person who would be devastated if they accidentally harmed an animal in real life. We build communities, forge friendships, and learn to cooperate to overcome challenges. The idea that we are all simmering cauldrons of rage, ready to snap, isn't just outdated. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of why we play. Number 8. The moment someone finds out you're a gamer, especially a PC gamer, the requests start rolling in. Oh, you play games on the computer? Can you fix my phone? My laptop is making a weird noise. Can you build a website for my cousin's dog? It's a stereotype that's both flattering and incredibly annoying. The assumption is that because we operate a gaming rig, we must be fluent in 4 different coding languages and have the secret knowledge of a Silicon Valley engineer. While it's true that many of us are tech-savvy out of necessity, we learn to troubleshoot our own hardware, optimize settings, and navigate complex software. It doesn't make us a free, on-call IT service. Our expertise is often highly specialized to our hobby. Knowing how to overclock a GPU is a completely different skill set from diagnosing why your aunt's phone won't connect to her Wi-Fi. We're gamers, not necessarily tech support wizards, and we'd much rather spend our free time actually playing games than fixing your printer for the 3rd time. Number 7. This one feels like a relic from a bygone era, yet it persists. The image of a gamer is still, in many people's minds, a teenage boy in a dark room. This completely erases the massive and ever-growing community of female gamers. While exact statistics are often debated, you can't deny the reality on the ground. Women are a huge part of the gaming world, and they aren't just playing casual mobile games. They are top-tier competitors in esports, dedicated guild leaders in MMOs, and creators building massive communities. The fake gamer girl trope, the idea that a woman who plays games is just seeking attention and isn't a real gamer, is not only insulting but demonstrably false. Gender has absolutely no bearing on skill, passion, or dedication to the hobby. Anyone who has spent time in online matchmaking knows that the player who just completely outplayed your entire team could be anyone from anywhere. To deny that half the population is a significant and integral part of our community isn't just old-fashioned, it's choosing to be willfully ignorant. Number 6. Contrary to the belief that video games rot your brain, a growing body of scientific evidence suggests they can actually make it stronger, faster, and more efficient. It's not just about feeling sharper, it's about measurable physical changes in the brain. One landmark study by the Max Planck Institute showed that adults who played Super Mario 64 for just 30 minutes a day over 2 months saw a measurable increase in gray matter. Specifically, the parts of the brain that grew were the right hippocampus, the right prefrontal cortex, and the cerebellum. These areas are crucial for functions like spatial navigation, memory formation, strategic planning, and fine motor skills. Think about the skills you use every single minute you play. You're constantly making split-second decisions, managing resources, solving complex puzzles, and coordinating hand-eye movements. It's like a full-body workout for your brain. Those near-instant reflexes you develop to dodge an attack in-game can translate to faster reaction times in the real world. Number 5. The lonely gamer stereotype is perhaps one of the most persistent. The image of a person sitting alone, isolated from the world, couldn't be further from the truth for millions of players. For many, gaming is their primary social outlet. In the 21st century, community is no longer defined by geographic proximity. Your friends don't have to live next door to be a meaningful part of your life. Players of massively multiplayer online games, in particular, often have incredibly rich and complex social lives. They build guilds, plan raids, and communicate constantly with dozens of people. On platforms like Steam, PSN, and Xbox Live, a single evening of gaming can involve more meaningful social interaction than some people get in an entire week. You forge bonds with people from different cultures and backgrounds, united by a common passion. These online friendships are just as real and valuable as any other, and to dismiss them as inferior is to misunderstand the very nature of modern human connection. Number 4. Why do you waste so much time on those silly games? It's a question often asked by the same person who then spends 3 hours passively watching cable television or scrolling endlessly through social media feeds. The hypocrisy is staggering. Any hobby, by definition, is something you do for enjoyment, not productivity. To label one form of entertainment a waste while championing another is completely arbitrary. The key difference is that gaming is an active form of entertainment, not a passive one. When you watch a movie, you are a spectator. When you play a game, you are a participant. You are engaging your brain, testing your reflexes, making choices that shape a narrative, and developing problem-solving skills. Whether you're unraveling a deep story, competing with friends, or mastering a difficult challenge, you are actively involved. It's an experience that demands your attention and rewards you for it. Calling that a waste of time is to fundamentally undervalue the power of active engagement and play. Number 3, get your head out of the clouds. You need to get a real job. This is the dream-crushing phrase that has been told to countless aspiring gamers, streamers, and developers. The notion that the video game industry is an impossible fortress to breach is simply not true. Yes, it's incredibly competitive, but what successful industry isn't? The opportunities are more diverse than ever before. It's not just about becoming the next PewDiePie or a lead designer at a Dolce de Ajpawe studio. The gaming ecosystem is massive. There are careers in esports coaching and management, community moderation, quality assurance testing, games journalism, marketing, sound design, narrative writing, and so much more. Independent development has empowered small teams, or even single individuals, to create breakout hits from their own homes. With passion, a relentless work ethic, and a willingness to constantly learn, a career in gaming is more attainable than ever. Don't let anyone tell you that your passion can't also be your profession. Number 2. This debate has raged for years, even within the gaming community itself. But the argument is simple. If film, literature, and music are considered art, then video games, which combine all of those elements and add the crucial element of interactivity, absolutely qualify. Art is something that is created to evoke emotion, tell a story, and present a unique vision. Games like The Last of Us, Journey, or Red Dead Redemption. 2 deliver narratives and emotional experiences that rival the greatest works of cinema. But art isn't just about epic, sweeping stories. The argument that simple, fun-focused games like Call of Duty or even abstract puzzlers aren't art because they are products falls apart under scrutiny. Historically, most of the world's greatest art was created as a paid commission, a product sold for money. From Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel to Shakespeare writing plays for a paying audience. Art and commerce have always been intertwined. A team of artists, designers, writers, and composers poured their creative energy into making that experience. That creative act is, at its core, a form of art. And at last, number 1. This is the single most frustrating and pervasive misconception of them all. It's the reason you get strange looks from coworkers or condescending comments from relatives. The idea is rooted in the 1980s when the industry was in its infancy and games on systems like the Atari were indeed simple and targeted at a younger audience. But here's the thing, those kids grew up. The medium grew up with its audience. The average gamer today is an adult, and the market reflects that. The vast majority of blockbuster AAA titles are rated M for mature for a reason. They are made by adults, for adults dealing with complex themes, nuanced storytelling, and sophisticated gameplay mechanics. Of course, there will always be a wonderful and important place for kids in gaming, with titles like Minecraft and LEGO Star Wars. But to define the entire multi-billion-dollar medium by a single segment of its audience is like saying cinema is just for kids because Disney movies exist. Gaming is a diverse medium for all ages, and at its heart is a generation of players who grew up with a controller in their hands and never lost that sense of wonder and excitement. And that is something to be celebrated, not dismissed. So there you have it, 10 of the most common and frustrating misconceptions we face as gamers. We know this is something many of you deal with every day, whether it's from family, friends, or coworkers who just don't get it. But now we want to hear from you. What's the number one misconception you're tired of hearing? Did we miss a big one on our list? Let us know down in the comments section below. If you found yourself nodding along with this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that these myths need busting and helps our channel grow. And if you're new here and want to be part of a community that gets it, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.